Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon, students. Yesterday's lecture, we studied regarding number system. In that, we also studied the cyclicity of numbers and also the remainder part. So today we are going to start with percentage profit and loss. Now, normally we all know what does a percentage mean. Percent stands for per hundred, means whatever the number is given to you, let's say 26. 26 is the number and you need to find the percentage of 26. What you have to do is, if you want to find the percentage of 26, you need to multiply by 100 and also divide it by 100 in this form. It means the same quantity. It will be 26%. See, over here. Next part is of conversion from fraction to percent. Now, if you have a fraction means the ones which has decimal points in it. So let's say you need to find percent of 3.6. How did you find it? For that, you need to multiply it by hundreds. And whatever the value, now over here your value will be 360. So 360%. Similarly, if you have to convert it from percent to fraction, over there you need to divide by 100. When you have to convert fraction to percent, you need to multiply it by 100. Now the next topic is percentage increase or decrease of a quantity. Here, whatever the original quantity is there. For example, let's take an example from here. The salary of a Rakesh goes up to 100 to 135. What is the percentage increase in his salary? Now the increased salary is biggest quantity minus smallest quantity. So 135 minus 100, that is rupees 35 has been increased in his salary. Now you need to find percent increase. For that you have a formula, that is quantity increase upon original quantity. Over here, your original quantity is, it started from 100, so it is your original quantity. And the numerator part, that is a quantity increase. Your salary is increased by 35, and then the 100 part, that is your percent part. Similarly, if the salary is decreased, over here they have said that your starting point of salary is 145 and it has reached to what, 100. That is, here we have decreased. So you need to find the decrease rupees. So 45 has been decreased. Now you need to find percent decrease. Again, quantity decrease upon quality, original quantity. Original quantity was 145 into 100 because we are placing it into percent form. See, they have given us a note. Note says that for the same quantity of increase or decrease, the percent increase and percent decrease have two different answers. The change in the denominator. Now, to increase a number by y%. Let's say you have a number that is 1, it is increased by 10%. Now here the calculation will be, your calculation will be 1. Now they have said it should increase, right? So you need to add plus, it is increased by how much? 10. upon 100. 0, 0 gets cancelled. This will be 0.1 plus 1. So it is 1.1. Did you understand the calculations? Similarly, for decrease part, if a number is decreased by 10%, decrease comes, so minus sign. So minus 0.1 gives me 0.90. This is how you increase or decrease a number by the given percent. Now here are some equivalent values for it. Here, what you can do is try to memorize this table. Like half gives me 50%. One third means 33 by one third percent. One fourth means hundreds, one fourth is 25%. One fifth means 20%. One sixth means 16 into 2 by 3%. Then so on. Up to we have 6 fifth, that is 120%. Now over here, this percent relation is with our income, our wage, and also the salary. If Pankaj's salary is R% more than Rohan, let's say more than Rohan they said. If Rohan is X, that means Pankaj's salary is R%, that is more than Rohan. So Pankaj will be X plus R%. Then Rohan's salary is less than that of Pankaj by 100 into this whole part. This is the formula which you have to use it. Let's take few solved examples. What will be the fraction of 20%? You need to find percent to fraction. So when you had percent to fraction, what you have to do is divide it by 100. So it will be 1 by 5. Now, a fruit seller had some apples. He sells 40% apples and still has 420 apples. Originally he had. Now here you need to use the formula for increase and decrease. Let's see. He sells 40% apples and still has 420 apples. So from this, what do you understand? 100 minus 40 if I do. 60% apples are still left and this is equals to what? 60% apples means 420 apples are left. You need to find the total apples. So how will you find it? Similar. See, originally the formula for that is if you need to find percent increase formula. So it should be in which form? So 60 upon 100 into x equals to 420. So I need to find the value of x, that is nothing but how many originally apples were left. So when we solve it, we will get the answer 700. So 700 apples he originally had. Let's take in an election between two candidates, one got 55% of the total valid votes. So here you need to understand the concepts properly. 55% of the total valid votes. So total valid votes were 55%. 20% were invalid. If the total number of votes was 7,500, the number of valid votes that the other candidate got was. So how will you find it? Total number of votes were 7,500. Given that 20% of. So from this sentence, what do you understand? 80% were valid. I can say because 20% were invalid. So 80% were valid votes for us. After that, total valid votes. Now 80% were valid and total number of valid votes were 7,500. So it gives me the answer from here. And from that, what do we know? The first candidate got 55% of the total valid votes. And the second will get how many votes now? We need 100. So 100 minus 55 is 45% of it. So valid votes that second candidate got will be total valid votes into 45 into 100. And when you solve this part, see this is nothing but this whole part. So it gives me 2700. So our option is B. Let's take another example now. Let's take this one. 75 gram of sugar solution has 30% sugar in it. Now see, 75 gram of sugar. That is the original solution. And has how much percent sugar? 30%. So you need to find sugar in original solution will be 75 into 30 upon 100. So total I have is 22.5 gram. Then the quantity of sugar that should be added to the solution to make the quantity of the sugar 70% in the solution. Now we need to find X part, that is the sol total gram of sugar if I have to increase it the sugar part to 70%. So let us consider X as the sugar being mixed and through our question total amount is of sugar is 22.5 plus P. Now P stands for what? The part which we have to add of sugar upon 75, that is the original solution, plus P into 100. P. This was the increase part upon original part into 100 equals to 70. When you solve this question, the answer which you are going to get regarding P will be 100 gram. You need to select the option. Half of 1% written as decimal is half of 1%. Of comes here, so it will be half of 1%. So 1 upon 100. So it will be 1 upon 200, that is 0.005. Let's take this. Y exceeds X by 20%. Now, exceeds means what? Exceeds means it is increasing, right? See, if your Y is 120, it is exceeding by 20, that is 100. Then X is less than Y by how much? So, what do you think? By how much it will be? See, if I take X as 100, Y exceeds by, let's take the example. If your X is 100, for example, so Y is what? Increase exceeds by 120, so it will be 120, 20 upon 100, correct? So it will be 100 plus 20, so that is 120. Now what they have X, then X is less than Y, so here in between will be how much you have? By 20, and you need to find it by percent. So we divide it by 100, so it will be 2 ones are, 2 fives are. So we don't get the original solution. So what I have to do is over here, if I need to find it, when you solve it properly, you're going to get 16 by 2/3. Now what will be the fraction of 4? You just need to divide it by 100. See this type of sum. What percent is 70 of 220? 70 of 220, whenever you're having off after the term, after off, whatever the term you're having, it should go to the denominator part. Similarly, it should go to the denominator part. And before part remains your remainder part. If A's height is 40% less than that of B, so can I say B is greater than A? How much percent B's height is more than that of A? So how will you solve it? Similarly, 40% is less than. So B's height will be 100 minus 40, correct? Or will it be 100 plus 40? When you solve it, 40 upon 100 minus 40 into 100, it gives me 66.66%. The ratio 5 is to 20 expressed as percent equals to. Now, here, when you talk about ratio that is 5 is to 20, it actually means what? 5 is what percent of 20. So, see, I told you earlier, before of your, it will be your numerator part, that is 5 will be at numerator. And after of whatever the value you have, it goes to the denominator. But now they have asked regarding percent. So you need to multiply it by 100. Now try to solve the assignment questions for percentages as per your guidelines given through your exams. Below they have the answer keys also. Should we start with this profit and loss? See, earlier in 10th standard we have studied. In 10th, in 11th and 12th also. What does a profit mean? It means somewhere the price has been increased from the original price. And what does a loss mean? Whatever the value we have taken, it decreases. Let's start with the terminologies. Cost price. The price at which an article is purchased is called as cost price. Selling price. The price at which an article is sold is called as selling price. Profit or gain. When an article is sold for more than what it cost, we say there is profit. Sold for more than. And over here, sold for less than. For what? Loss. So for profit, your formula will be SP minus CP. And for loss, it will be CP minus SP. Market price. See, mark price is what? The list price or the price printed on the article. For example, let's say you visited a mall. Over there, you you were going to purchase some item from it, and the barcode had some price. Let's say the barcode for an item will be, let's say, 135 rupees on that given item. So then this 135 becomes your mark price because it is the price printed on that item. Now discount means what? Some dealers allow some reduction on list price or market. Now let's say you have that item for 135 rupees. But after some time, dealers give discount on that mark price. So let's say 135 and they have said it has 10% discount. So 135 into 10 gives me whatever the value you're going to get. It will be a discount. Now, profit percent or let's say loss percent, it is always calculated over CP. That is nothing but your cost price. So your profit percent formula will be profit upon CP into 100. Over here. Profit percent means profit upon CP into 100. Loss percent means loss upon CP into 100. Successive discussion. For trade person marks is good at E% above his cost price and allows purchasers a discount of B% for cash. Then there is A minus B minus AB into 100% profit or loss. See, regarding this successive discount means what? He marks his good at dash A%, okay, above his cost price. Let's say his cost price was 90 rupees, but he marks his good above the cost price. So he will mark his good in terms of 100 and allows the purchaser discount of B% for gas. Means he marked his cost price. He has taken it for how much? Let's say for 100 rupees. And he is trying to sell it for 120. And then he gives a discount of 20%. So originally he is not in loss because here he is going to get 100 rupees only. So similarly, it is in this form. It can be positive or negative. Below is what if the SP of M articles equals to CP of N articles. Profit upon loss percent. Now this is the formula where N stands for CP of N articles and M stands for SP of N articles. Now N and M are in this. If the answer is positive, then it is positive profit, and if it is negative, then it is loss. If the SP of two articles is the same and loss percentage of one article is equal to the gain percentage of the other, then in such a case there is always net loss. And the net loss is given by the formula. Loss, that is the net loss, is what common loss percent divided by 10 the whole square. Now first this solved examples. Let me just go through the scenarios. In 10th standard, we studied cost price and sorry, selling price. Let's solve few examples of it. Your cost price is given, that is 870. Your selling price is 770, and you need to find whether it is profit or loss. So from this both cost price and selling price, which one is the greater one? Cost price. So you need to minus greater minus SP. So 870 minus SP will give me 70. So it is nothing but the loss. A loss of how much? 100. Because your selling price is less than your cost price. If the cost price of a pencil box is rupees 67 and the selling price is 70, you can understand the selling price has been increased by 70. Is there profit or loss? Obviously, it will be a profit. A shopkeeper buys a TV at 42,000 and sells it at 45. Obviously, here also you can see he has a profit of 3,000. You can directly solve it by mind calculations. Let's read this one. If the cost price is 25% of selling price. So let us consider the selling price as 100 because we are talking in terms of percent. So your cost price will be 25. So you need to find profit percent. So how do you find profit percent? That is P upon CP into 100. P upon CP into 100. And P, how do you get profit? That is selling price minus cost price. Let's take this one. A vendor bought bananas at 6 for a rupee. How many for a rupee must he sell to gain 20%? Now he has bought one banana, sorry, 6 banana for a rupee. How many for a rupee must he sell to gain 20%? So the gaining amount, that is a profit percentage given, that is 2 into the required number. So that is how many rupee. So it should be X. So 6 into 1. Your 1 stands for a rupee upon how many rupees we need. That is X into 1 minus 1 into 100. So when you solve it, you're going to get 5. So for 5 rupee, he must gain, sell it to gain 20%. Let's take this one. If a man reduces the selling price of a fan from 400 to 380, his loss is increased by 2%. You can directly understand. Here you are having loss. The cost price of the fan is C. We are talking about first thing is if a man reduces the selling price of a fan from 400 to 380. So the loss is of 2%. So 400 minus 380, that is 2. So X will be a 20. So cost price of the fan will be 20. No, this is not the way of solving it. Now see, if you need to find the cost price, how will you find it? So 20, how do you get this 20 now? By X by 50. So X value will be 1000. And how do you get this 50? How do you get from this 2%? So 2% of X means what? 2 upon X. See, it will be 2 upon X. That is the 2% of X, right? And it should be what? It should be 20. But we are talking about X, so we need to multiply it by 100. So it will be, so X by 50 will be the answer upon 20 upon 100. If a man reduces the selling price of a fan from 4,000, see earlier the same example we are having. A kind of tape is selling at a profit of 12% of selling price equals to 18 cents per yarn. What is the selling price of the tape? Now, what kind of tape is selling? Now, originally we know. How do we find profit percent? It is nothing but profit upon CP into 100. Correct? So can I say if I need to find what? The selling price. Your profit upon profit percent if I do it. So will it give me selling price? Let's see this formula. How will it work? Profit upon profit percent equals to selling price. So if I divide profit and then profit, then both will get cancelled. So you are going to have cost points, but you need to convert it to selling price. So instead of profit, can I write SP minus CP? When you solve it, you're going to get the answer. That is SP. Now, what kind of tape is selling at a profit of 12%? So your profit is 12% equals to 80 cents per yard. Now 18 cents becomes your profit and this is your profit percent. So your selling price will be 150. Understood till your students? Let's take this one. The cost price of 20 articles is the same as the selling price of X articles. See, here it says cost price of 20 articles is same as selling price of X articles. If the profit is 25%, find the value of X. Now see, if the HP of M articles is equals to CP of N articles, now you need to find this formula. N minus MM. See, SP, we are talking of SP, that means we need to talk about X. So 20 minus X upon X it is. So it is in this form, 20 minus X upon X. You need to cross multiply it. And into it is what? This whole bracket is multiplied by 100. So the value you are going to get is 25. So here this is what this is equals to 25 because it is a profit percent. Profit percent is 25. So when you solve the given equation, you will get this term. Then x will be equals to 16. Did you understand, students? See, these are the easiest calculations which you have. You just need to classify percentage, profit, cost, price, selling price. So today, what all did we study? We started with percentage, correct? Percentage, profit and loss part. So here, regarding percentage, what all did we study? See, first part was fraction to percent. That is, you need to multiply it by 100. And from percent to fraction, you need to divide it by 100. A percentage increase or decrease, it has a formula for it. So that formula is 100 into quantity increase or decrease upon the original quantity. Try to remark it by some codes so that you will be able to study it in your future. To increase a number by y. Here also I had explained it. Whenever you are increasing something by y, you just need to add it. And if you are decreasing it, you need to subtract it. Now this is the table for you all. See, when you solve it, that is half. See, it is in what? It's in fraction, right? So half into 100. 2 ones are 50. See, 50%. So when you're converting it fraction to percent, you need to multiply. Keep this in mind. And then we discussed few percentage properties over here and also some sums of it. Hope you understood the sums properly. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the next lecture. So from this subject, we have completed Unit 1, Unit 2. Still more units are still remaining. We will try to cover it. If you have any doubts, you can either attend the lectures and ask the questions in the lectures also, or else you can ask me later after our session gets over. See this whole, try to solve all the sums from your textbook. That is the solved examples as well as the assignments which you have in your textbooks. If you have any doubts, anyone has, if not, let's take one example from it. Find a number which is less than 60%, which is 60% less than 80. So less than 80, how will you do it? See, what percent is equivalent to 5 and 4? So how you are going to find it? You have 5 and 4, so equivalent to what? Either 500 or 525. Let's say the example part, question D, 525. Why? Because it is nearer to this number than this. And if you solve it now, if you have to solve it, what you do is multiply by 100 and divide it by 100. What fraction is equivalent to 0.6%? So you need to convert percent to fraction. So when you're having percent to fraction, you need to multiply, you need to divide it by 100. So it will be in which form? 60 upon, sorry, 6 upon 10. So 2 threes are, 2 fives are. So this will be answer. Let's cross check it. 3 upon 5 should be our answer. Second, 8. 3 upon 500. Correct? Now see, we forgot about it. That's why I have taken this example. Here we are having 0.6%, right? So what you need to do to get the answer 3 by 500? Now look over here. That means it should be 100, correct? So how do you get this 100 part? Below term. See, it is 0.6. So when we multiply it by 100, you will get what? 6 into 10 upon 100. Correct? This is not how we solve it. So what should you do? Tell me quickly. Try to solve this sums. That's why I have taken this sum. If you have difficulties, you can ask me. Any doubt in today's lecture? And then afterwards, we study profit and loss. From that, what is there? The cost price is there. Cost price means what? The price at which the owner the owner gets the value. And selling price means what? Let's talk about in terms of shopkeepers. Okay. So cost price means what? The shopkeeper buys some goods from someone, then it is called as cost price. And selling price means the shopkeeper at which price he gives it to the buyer, then it is called as selling price. Now profit means what? Selling price minus cost price. And mark price means what? The price which is there on the articles. Or else it is also called as this list price. Now, how do you find profit percent? That is profit upon cost price into 100. And loss percentage, loss upon CP into 100. Now, successive discounts means what? Let's say your shopkeeper has taken a cost price, means he has bought an item for, let's say, for 100 rupees. But while selling it to a person, he's selling it for one 120 rupees, as well as he is giving us a discount, that is a discount of 20%. If we take a discount, it will be 100. So it doesn't have any profit as well as it doesn't have any loss. But what if the price has been increased? That is, now the price is increased of selling price by 140 and the discount is given for 20 rupees. So he is having a profit of 20 rupees. Can I say that? Because 140 into 20 upon 100. If you take it, 2 ones are, 2 fives are. So it will be 2 fives are 2 fives are 10, 4 carry over 28. So he is earning a profit of 28 rupees in this type of sums. And this formula, that is, if you're having selling price of m articles and it is equal to cost price of n articles, for that you have the formula, that is cost price of n articles minus selling price of m articles upon m articles into 100. And below one formula is also there. In this way we have completed 2 only. Any doubt? Should we stop the lecture then? Okay. Let's take an example from this part then. We will start with simple interest and compound interest. Try to revise it from your 11th and 12th standard books. Let's take example from your assignment. The cost price of a shirt is rupees 200 and selling price is 50. What is the percent profit? See, earlier they were asking about profit, but here they are mentioning to find percent profit. So it is nothing but profit upon cost price into 100. So your profit is, see, sell price was 250, cost price is 200. So profit is of 50 rupees. Cost price is, profit is of 50. Cost price is of 200 into 100. 0 0 cancel, 0 0 cancel. 2 ones are, 2 twos are 4, 1 carry over here 5. So here we have percent profit of 25. Did you understand how to solve the sums? Now let's take this one. Similarly, you need to find a percent loss. The formula for that is loss upon cost price into 100. After that, let's take this example. Rahul buys a bicycle for 4,500. If he is buying, that means this becomes his cost price. It is for 4,500. If he wants a profit of 8%, here they are saying he needs, he have what profit percent at it is 8, or how much he should sell. So if you're having profit portion of it, so the value for selling price, you need to find first what profit from the formula of profit portion. So that is P upon CP into 100. So obviously you're going to get P over here. So it will be about 8, and over here CP is 4500 upon 100. So you're going to get profit. And afterwards, from profit, you know, profit means what? SP minus CP. And then you will get the value of CP. This is how you need to solve it. Understood, everyone? So let's stop over here. This is enough for today's lecture. And from the next lecture, we are starting with simple interest and compound interest. Thank you, everyone.